Hey guys, what's up? Paragon Fox here. I am so sorry I haven't been uploading. I have been sick. Last month was horrible for me, but I have been playing Hytale, and I want to discuss it because we've been getting a lot of hate from the Minecraft community. So, let's talk about it. I do want to apologize beforehand if my voice sounds different. Again, I was sick last month and I'm still recovering. But going back to the point at hand, Hytale has been out for almost 2 months. That's right, it's nearly been 2 months. Hytale was released on January 13th of this year. And almost immediately, a lot of the Minecraft community started to make reviews of Hytale, and it was going to be expected that the game wasn't going to be for everyone. But the amount of negativity that was brought onto Hytale by the Minecraft community was uncalled for. A lot of them simply calling it not good and saying that it's not a Minecraft killer, when in reality, no one in the Hytale community ever said that. While yes, there was probably one or two crazy people who said that, the majority of the Hytale community knew that it was never designed as that, and its purpose was never going to be to compete against Minecraft or even try to dethrone it. During this time, I have been able to analyze and identify 4 of the main critiques that a lot of people give towards Hytale. We're going to be analyzing each one of them, seeing if they actually have any merit to their words. We're going to be starting out with the ones that I believe are simply rage bait or are hating on the game for no good reason. From there, we're going to be moving on to the ones that are justifiable or actually have some merit behind them, at least in my opinion. One of the craziest critiques that I have seen from a lot of people is that Hytale is a cheap Minecraft mobile game clone, and honestly I have no idea where people get this idea from. If you ever go to the Play Store or Apple Store and you download one of those free Minecraft ripoff games, you could honestly tell that there is a difference in quality. I'm not trying to bring hate to those free games, but there is obviously a level of quality that isn't there, unlike Hytale. Again, I am not sure where this critique came from or why people honestly think that this is true. Now, I know that a lot of these games are actually quite decent and quite good, but we're making the comparison that Hytale plays like the worst version of a rip-off mobile game. Which again, I am not sure why people believe this. If they have actually ever played a rip-off Minecraft game, they would see how different Hytale is. Hytale has quality to it that these other games simply don't have. Another reason why I see people make this comparison is because they feel that Hytale is unfinished and that it's missing certain aspects to it. And that is completely true. I think they forget that Hytale was released in early access and is still not finished. The reason why they're comparing it to a finished product might be because they are comparing it to Minecraft, and they see how Hytale has a lot of quality of life improvements that Minecraft players have been asking Mojang to do for many years now. And this leaves a sort of bitter taste in their mouth, seeing how another publisher was able to do what Mojang cannot do for years. But overall, this criticism really doesn't have a leg to stand on. If you've ever actually played a rip-off Minecraft mobile game, you would know that Hytale is not that. It has its own identity, and the quality of the game is quite high compared to those games. And again, I'm not trying to bring hate to those mobile games, because I know there's quite a few that are actually decent. But overall, this criticism just stems from a lot of hate and probably resentment towards Mojang. Number 2, Hytale is just Minecraft modded. Now this one does have a little bit more of merit than the last critique, but even there, it's highly exaggerated. If the base game needs to be modified so that it could play like another game, then at the end of the day, it truly isn't like the other game. Now, we're going to use Starfield as an example. Inside of Starfield, there is a mod called Star Wars Genesis, which basically transforms the whole universe of Starfield into the Star Wars universe. Basically, we're getting an open world Star Wars game, something that hasn't been done before. No, that game doesn't count. But at the end of the day, it's simply a mod for Starfield. If they ever release an open world Star Wars game, I don't think anyone's going to be crazy enough to simply say, oh, that's basically Starfield with a mod on it. The same thing applies to Hytale and Minecraft. While yes, you can mod Minecraft to be very similar to Hytale, it is never going to be Hytale. And while yes, you could also mod Hytale to be like Minecraft, it's never going to be Minecraft. Something else that I discovered while I was doing my investigation is that depending on who you ask and which forums you investigate, only half of the Minecraft community has actually ever used mods. Now, this number could actually drop to only 10%. So, if you high end it, it's going to be 50%, in other words, half of the Minecraft community, and if you low end it, it's only going to be 10%. That means that for them, the people who don't use mods, Hytale is not Minecraft modded. Hytale is simply another game, similar to Minecraft. And while yes, I know people are still going to say you could still mod it so that it plays exactly like Hytale, that doesn't mean a lot of people are going to. As I stated before, the closest number we have to just how many Minecraft players actually play modded is roughly around 50% on the high end. That means that half of the Minecraft community never uses mods. So the chance of them actually starting to mod it so that it plays like Hytale is very low. And that's what people don't seem to understand. Yes, you could probably achieve a very similar experience to Hytale in Minecraft with mods, but that doesn't mean people are going to do that. Another example of this is that you can play Pokemon on Minecraft, but there's very few people who are actually doing it. Yes, I know that there's a big fan base behind that, but the average Minecraft player doesn't play Minecraft to play Pokemon on it. If they wanted to play Pokemon, well, they play Pokemon. The first idea isn't, oh, let me mod Minecraft so that it plays Pokemon and then let's play Pokemon on Minecraft. It's just a very crazy idea. The same is gonna happen with Hytale. A lot of people aren't going to want to download mods simply to play Hytale on Minecraft. So the idea that Hytale is Minecraft modded is completely crazy, simply because the average player doesn't want to do this. And again, you could get very close to Hytale in Minecraft with mods, but it's never going to be a one-on-one, simply being Minecraft and Hytale are two different things. Now, I know a lot of people are going to look at this and say, what do you mean? Minecraft is not free, nor is it cheaper. But you'd be surprised by how many people actually think that Minecraft is actually cheaper than Hytale. And I kinda understand where they're coming from. Remember, I'm making this list based off critiques that are actually just crazy to critiques that actually have some sort of structure or actually some merit to what they're saying. And this one, I can completely understand why some people would be confused. You have to remember that Minecraft is one of the best-selling video games of all time, having over millions of players. So they probably got this game many years ago, or it was gifted to them by one of their parents. So I completely understand where they're coming from when they say that Minecraft is cheaper or it's free. They simply forgot that they actually had to pay for this game at one point or another. And you have to look at it from the perspective of the modern age of gaming. A lot of games nowadays, especially indie games like Hytale, release in early access. And let's be completely honest, a lot of these projects simply grab the money of the consumer and are never finished. Just think about it. How many games have you bought in early access that have actually seen a full release? And then we have Minecraft, which was also released in early access. Now, of course, it was released in a different time. It was released, in my opinion, at the end of the golden era of gaming. So a lot of gamers probably had more trust in an indie game, especially if it was released in early access. But we have to remember that it took Minecraft years to get to where it is right now. It didn't release with even half of the stuff it currently has. So people saying that while technically it is cheaper to buy Minecraft because it is a finished product, or simply they forgot that they paid for it long ago, that doesn't mean that Hytale by any means is not worth the money that you're going to spend on it. Remember, Hytale is a completely different game. It is not going to play like Minecraft, nor should it even try to be Minecraft. This is a critique that I completely understand. If you already bought Minecraft, I completely understand why you don't want to waste another $20 on a game that looks like a clone of Minecraft, which again, it's not. But since it's been 2 months since the game has released, I think there's enough gameplay for you to judge if it's worth spending an extra $20 to buy Hytale. Now this is a critique that I completely understand, not liking the art style or the fact that it's 32 by 32 pixel resolution instead of 16 by 16 like Minecraft. A lot of people seem to think that if you don't like the art style and that's the reason why you're not giving this game a chance, then you're just being unfair towards the game. I think that's completely unfair and untrue. If you truly do not like the art style, forcing yourself to play a game that you visually don't like could be a completely horrible experience for yourself. and that might lead to some negative critiques of the game, even though those critiques might not be actually valid. People seem to think that art style does not matter when it comes to these types of games, and by these types of games I mean to block games, but it actually does matter. Because Minecraft has been around for so long, for more than a decade now, all these types of games have to have something different from Minecraft, and a lot of the times that is the art style. So if you don't nail your art style right for the majority of people, you might have a negative impact within the gaming community, simply calling it a Minecraft clone. And I know it's completely unfair for other games that use blocks in their games, because Minecraft was obviously not the first one to pioneer it, but it was the one to make it popular, so credit where credit is due. Every time you put a block within a game, they're going to be comparing it to Minecraft, whether you like it or not. Hytale is in that same boat. So while yes, they do have different game mechanics than Minecraft, the art styles were going to attract a lot of people to it. So for them not to like it is completely valid. People who defend Hytale and say that people who don't like the art style are not giving it a chance are completely wrong. Art style does matter for some gamers, and that's completely valid. The same reason where people say graphics don't matter. Of course they do. To a certain group of people, they will matter. Something like graphics, art style, game mechanics is completely subjective to the gamer. Telling them what they can and can't like is completely unfair towards that person, especially when they are buying the game. But why does all of this even matter? Why does it matter if somebody plays a game or doesn't? Well, it does matter when a lot of other games that are going to be released have the similar premise as Minecraft. That is to say, they are both block sandbox games. And actually, two games are about to release that have the exact same premise as Minecraft. One of them is Everwin, which actually just released yesterday, and the other one is Lay of the Land. And I personally fear that both of these games are going to get attacked simply because they look or play similar to Minecraft without actually giving them a chance, similar to what happened to Hytale. And I don't want players to miss out on these games. Personally, I have not played Everwin yet, but I'm going to play it today. But one question still stands. Why do so many people feel the need to criticize these games so harshly? Personally, the only answer that I could find is that they feel threatened by any game that might be similar to Minecraft and that could possibly be better. Now, I'm not saying that any of these games are better than Minecraft. I'm simply stating that they believe that they could be better than Minecraft. And for them, they probably feel that the memories that they have made within Minecraft was wasted or invalid, which again is completely untrue. This also probably stems from the fact that Mojang has not been able to update the game as the players have wanted. In the last couple of years, anyone who has been a Minecraft player has noticed that Mojang has really kept the fan base in an unhappy state. A lot of them are simply frustrated with Mojang that they are unable to update the game properly, or it takes a very long time. And seeing that other publishers and developers are doing what Mojang couldn't do with less support and less resources has become frustrating, and they probably feel that they chose the wrong side. And as anyone could tell you, nobody likes to feel that they have chosen the wrong side or that they are wrong. This probably is also why they are attacking these games. So again, if you're one of those players who is unwilling to try any of these games simply because you feel you have been wronged, I completely understand your frustration, but a lot of these games are passion projects that were probably inspired by Minecraft. If not, they were directly inspired by Minecraft, like Hytale. So definitely give them a try. Remember, this is one instance where you can have your cake and eat it too. And that's really all I wanted to talk about. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Remember to leave a like, subscribe, and share the video. It means the world to me. More videos are on their way, guys. I am back. I was sick for a month, but don't worry, the videos will start coming out once again.